Hey, thanks for joining us on the Sandia Mountain Natural History Center quick trip. Today we might be in New Mexico's most unusual state park, Living Desert. And you're going to see why it's unusual if you stick around. There's an American kestrel. Up there is a golden eagle. One of the things I didn't know about golden eagles is they actually line their nests with things like sage and all, and that helps deter insects. He's yawning, stretching his neck. I don't know what he's doing. So in case it hasn't become obvious yet, Living Desert is sort of like a zoo, but and here we are in the walk-through aviary with a lot of little birds up here. Can't quite see them, but this is really a cool space. All the animals in this park are all from the Chihuahuan Desert, which is the largest of the North American deserts. This is a super important bird to us New Mexicans. This is the greater roadrunner. Oh, hey buddy, where'd you go? Roadrunners are New Mexico's state bird. Cool thing I just learned about roadrunners is they have a gland under their eyes which secretes a very salty solution which helps them consume less water, so their kidneys don't have to do it as much. Here's a turkey vulture. So out here in the desert, you gotta do some pretty extreme things to stay cool. And these guys will pee and defecate on their feet as a way of staying cool. This is a soap tree yucca. One of the cool things about the soap tree yucca is if you look at the leaves there, when they die, they lay flat against the trunk. That actually provides insulation against extreme heat. This plant is actually the signature plant of the Chihuahuan Desert. That is a lechuguilla plant. This is an ocotillo. Really cool adaptations that this one has. If it rains within 48 hours, it'll just explode in little leaves and be producing photosynthesis. If it doesn't get any rain, the green stems can still conduct photosynthesis, and it'll still produce seeds. So it can survive very hot, dry temperatures. Bunny ear cactus, or I've often seen it called tarbush, but this is also an indicator species of the Chihuahuan Desert. There's a bald eagle. A lot of people think that they're called bald eagles because of the white head makes them look bald, but it's actually an old English word, which I can't pronounce, but meaning white. That's where the bald. These are Mexican gray wolves. Very, very rare here in New Mexico, mostly in the southwestern part of the state. Hey, bud. When we think of the desert, we don't often think of elk. But actually, the Chihuahuan Desert has many mountain ranges. Like right around us here, the Guadalupe Mountains, which go well over 8,000 feet and provide excellent habitat for elk. That is a rock rattler. And here in the Chihuahuan Desert, I can attest to the fact that they are super well camouflaged against limestone. I've almost stepped on many of them. It appears our friend the gopher snake would like to say hello. Gopher snakes are very, very useful to have around. Really do a good job of controlling rodents. There's a Gila monster. Gila monsters can go a long time without eating because they can actually store fat in their tail. Here's the one I think of as the granddaddy of snakes, the western diamondback. You can see those diamonds on his back, black and white stripes, and the rattle on his tail. They're actually fairly docile until you pester him, but he just looks mean. There's our old friend, the prairie dog. Must be his turn to stand watch. These are pronghorn. Pronghorn are not actually antelope. A lot of people call them pronghorn antelope. But these guys can run up to 70 miles an hour and spot movement from almost 4 miles away. Incredibly well adapted to desert environments. Wow, I just came around the corner and this guy was just sitting there, still, even knowing he's behind a fence. Scared me. This obviously is a mountain lion, and you can actually smell them. And what's interesting is I've actually been a few places and had that smell before. I knew to get out of there. It's a musty, cat-like smell. Yep, that is a mountain lion. Bears don't really scare me. Mountain lion, they do. Though not this guy. Looks like he's falling asleep. Been lucky enough to see a few bobcats in the wild. Desert bobcats will actually be lighter in color than bobcats that you find in the mountains, and that's a adaptation to the desert. Hope you enjoyed this little bit different video, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and we will catch you on the next one.